Welcome to Thoroughbred Times on the Scene. I'm Tom Law. I'm joined by Dr. Greg Beroza. We are outside the stakes barn here at Belmont Park. Of course, the news just came in that Kentucky Derby and Preakness winner I'll Have Another is not only not going to run in the Belmont Stakes on Saturday, but he is retired. Trainer Doug O'Neill and owner J. Paul Redham made the announcement, press conference, huge throng of reporters and photographers. Obviously, everyone has a great interest in the race, but more specifically, the injury that they are reporting, his left front leg, they said tendonitis is the issue, and that's the reason for I'll Have Another's retirement. We wanted to get to the veterinary perspective, so we got Dr. Beroza. We want to find out exactly what kind of injury this is, what the complications are for a racehorse to come down with this kind of injury, and maybe the future prognosis.
Okay, we're basing it a little bit on speculation. We don't have the actual ultrasound, which was done this morning. There's been a bit of a report of this tendonitis or inflammation. That's all that means, inflammation of the left front leg, the lead leg in a thoroughbred racehorse. This is one of the more common types of ailments. And they just didn't want to take a chance, and we'll have to accept it on face value. Now, I just happen to have a copy of the bones of what would be in a racehorse, and we don't need any breakdowns. We don't need any other additional problems. The tendons are equivalent to the cables in the back of the leg. If those cables snap, fray, or become weakened, then the next thing happens. We could get a breakdown type injury. So they basically did the right thing by protecting this very valuable horse and passing. There's no sense in waiting 3 to 6 months of treatment and therapy to bring him back. He's of such value. That's what the determination was. We respect that, and I think it was a very wise call.
So I think what I heard was that, yeah, like you said, 3 to 6 months of sort of rehab and rehabilitation, get him ready to go back into training, and then you'd be talking about another maybe 6 months of training for a Grade 1 type horse to get back into training. So now you're talking about a year. You're looking at next June by the time he got going. So now that he's retired, what will he do now? I mean, he'll probably obviously have to come down a little bit from his training. What is sort of the program now for a horse that suffers this kind of injury going forward?
I'm sure they'll cool him down. Right now, the itis attached to the tendon word, tendonitis, means there's inflammation there, much like if you banged your finger with a hammer. Having said that, they'll keep him on some anti-inflammatories. They'll start medicating him. They'll hose it, they'll poultice, and they'll bring the swelling down. He's perfectly safe for transport. They said they were planning on transporting, I think, on Monday anyway. So he will go to a beautiful life of retirement, and in his time, he'll be a great stallion, a great stud. So they did the right thing.
So you're a veterinarian. Is this a common injury? Would you say that injuries of this nature occur a lot? I know it's the left front leg, like you said, the lead leg. Is this a real common injury?
This is one of the more common problems we have in racing. The left front leg is their lead leg when they're digging in. That tendon, and this one they reported as the superficial digital flexor, which means the most superficial under the skin. This is probably one of the most common tendon injuries you can have. The reports are there's no major lesions, which would mean a hole on an ultrasound. We haven't seen those. But regardless, this is a common injury, and they're doing the right thing, and it's a preemptive move so that the horse doesn't get injured, doesn't get hurt, doesn't have a problem in front of a stands of throngs of people wishing him well. So it's sad for us, but they did the right thing.
Well, there you have it. Dr. Beroza, appreciate your time, appreciate your perspective and your insight into the injury, and the show will go on. The 144th Belmont will be tomorrow on Saturday.